Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Before I get started, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right. Now you just heard me read Revelation 2 and 10, which is a prophecy that's getting ready to take place. All right. And as you notice, they've been talking about the thing more. Biden's getting ready to hold a summit next month on the 14th, dealing with or the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. Basically dealing with a summit to get the population down with the get down. All right, that juice. And if not, this is what they have prepared for you. They call it the shielding the shielding approach. All right, and this is directly from their website. All right, you can go check it out for yourself. And it was, you know, looks like 2019 is when they, basically put it up there. All right, the scan, the big scam didn't happen till 2020 over here. All right. So, without any further ado, I want to read this because I want to get to this other information that I found. All right, through the spirit. The spirit just I ran into that into this next information, which coincides with this. But let's read. It says, "What is the shielding approach?" All right. It says the shielding approach aims to reduce the number of severe C19 cases by limiting contact between individuals at higher risk of developing severe disease. High risk, the general population. Low risk, high risk individuals will be temporarily relocated to safe or green zones established at the household, neighborhood, camp, sector, community level, depending on the context and setting. They would have minimal contact with family members and other low risk residents. Okay? Now, with all this information that's out, people have woken up to the fact that this was all BS. So when they roll and try to start doing these things, all right, this is where that resistance is going to come from. This is where, in the course of their actions, shall stand in their power when you go to the Apocrypha. Because people are waking up to the fact that this was all BS. All right? Like I said, this was put on the website in 2019. All right, let's finish reading. It says current evidence indicates that older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions at a higher risk for severe illness from C19. In most humanitarian settings, older population groups make up a small percentage of the total population. Excuse me. For this reason, the shielding approach suggests physically separating high-risk individuals from the general population to prioritize the use of the limited available resources and avoid implementing long-term containment measures among the general population. And that's what we just read in Revelation 2 and 10. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. This prison is what they call in their shielding approach. All right, because we know that they use this whole past 2 years um, as a means to put in these draconian laws, and now they getting ready to start acting on them, because the ultimate goal is what of these devils? The ultimate goal is to, number one, get you to take that thing, all right, get you to drink that juice, which we found out what's in that juice through the spirit. The Most High had the spirit on doctors, on these different doctors and virologists that are not bought and paid for, and they've they didn't came out with what's in that juice, all right, with receipts. So at first, that's what they want to do to you. They want to make you take that, and if you take that, then you're gonna take the MOT to the beat, all right? Because that's the whole goal. The whole goal is to chip the entire population, give them the charagma around the globe, so he can have total control over you, all right? It says, in theory, shielding may serve its objective to protect high-risk populations from disease and death. However, implementation of the approach necessitates strict adherence to protocol. Inadvertent introduction of the virus into a green zone may result in a rapid transmission among the most vulnerable populations. The approach is trying to protect, all right? Which is all, that's the scriptures where it says, though his words were smoother than butter, yet were they drawn swords. That's all this is. All right, he don't care about nobody. Okay, words smooth as butter, but yet were they drawn swords. Okay, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Psalms 50 or 53, smooth as butter. Psalms 55. In 21 it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, and that's what this whole shielding approach is. Because once they get you behind them walls, you not leaving, all right, unless the spirit of the Lord is with you, all right, or you may have to lay your life down, as we read in Revelation 2 and 10, all right, because we ain't bowing to this man and his system, okay. And when you come down here to the chart, it is basically gives you the levels and what type of movement you're gonna be able to do, depending on your status of being your your diagnosis, for lack of a better word, high risk, low risk, all right. Because this man, he really finna do this thing. He's doing it, all right. And this time when it goes down, it's gonna be for real. It's not gonna be to play, all right. I mean, if you just read it, it says household level, a specific room area designated for high risk individuals who are specifically isolated from other HH level. All right. And basically, this is what they doing in China right now. Matter of fact, it's, this is basically I basically read what I wanted out of here. I'll place this link in the description box. All right, if you want to check it out for yourself. But I had came across this title. Now, obviously, it's somebody that they it's not it's not like well, like a actual news. It's one of these alternative news, right? And obviously that's Photoshop, but it says World Economic Forum vows to put you into China-style re-education camps if you oppose the Great Reset. All right. Now this link here. Okay, here it is. This is the one I was looking at earlier because it's a few, different web, you know. Matter of fact, go back. As you can see, a few people got that, you know. It's on Reddit, and the reason this is here, this is said, this is by behind this man right here by the name of according to Wang Wan. All right, which Wang Wan, matter of fact, we're gonna read it. It says World Economic Forum vows to put you in the China-style re-education camps if you oppose the Great Reset. Anyone who opposes the World Economic Forum Great Reset program will be sent to China-style re-education camps. According to a pledge by the WEF, those who oppose Klaus Schwab's The Great Reset should be imprisoned in communist-style re-education camps until they no longer embrace freedom, nationalism, and the right to bear arms. And this is according to Wang Wan of World Economic Forum Young Global Leader. All right, which he's a Moabite. All right, let's read. It says Wang is currently a chief political journalist for a Chinese state-run media outlet in the U.S. that broadcasts Chinese propaganda. All right. Now, what he's talking about, I'm going to show you. Okay. But let me read a little more. It says in the National Post, Natalie Winter said that the World Economic Forum has grown known for globalist involvement around the world, including but not limited to pushing their Great Reset amidst the CV Ucho Nueve. All right. It's at its core, the group aspires to abolish property ownership and scapulating this goal in the contentious phrase, you will own nothing and be happy. All right? And we've all heard Klaus Schwab say that. So let's go up and let's check out my man, Wing Guan. All right? Which I had it right here. But all I did was click that where they had it highlighted. All right? It says, reveal World Economic Forum leader advocates China-style re-education camps used for, I can't even pronounce that, used for genocide. All right? And this says, as of 2021, the World Economic Forum named Wang Guan as one of its young global leaders in 2021. So he's down with this whole thing. All right, he's down with this. Okay, and it says Wang Wan, a World Economic Forum young global leader, has repeatedly advocated for the Chinese Communist Party's re-education camps, and I remember the apostles bringing out years ago that they were gonna call them these. All right, they were gonna call them re-education camps. They're not gonna call them exactly what they are, which are concentration camps. They're prisons. All right. It says re-education camps weaponized by the regime against uh, Ufer Xinjiang. If I'm saying, I know I'm not saying it right, but whatever. It says Wang, who works as a chief political correspondent for a Chinese state-run media outlets American programming, is one of 112 young global leaders selected by the chairman Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum. So he's down with the bullshit. All right? And I'm gonna show you a YouTube video of how they say, and like these are gonna be the re-education centers. People are gonna rebel, man, especially here in the states. Okay, it says the World Economic Forum has become notorious for globalist intervention around the world, including but not limited to pushing for the Great Reset. Amidst COVID-19, the group seeks to abolish property ownership at its core, summarizing the objective through its controversial expression, "You will own nothing and be happy." The Chinese Communist Party linked journalist and China Global Television Network host has repeatedly defended the Chinese Communist Party's genocide of Uyghurs, an ethnic minority in Xinjiang province. Wang has euphemized the concentration CAMPS Uyghurs are forced to live in as re-education camps. And basically, if you can't be re-educated, then what? See, this is not what they telling you. So everybody is just going in there and they coming out re-educated, perfected their craft. No, if you can't be re-educated, they gonna destroy you. Here in the states, I believe they got it's the red, blue, and the yellow list. All right, and I believe the blue is not a threat. Yellow is can possibly be re-educated. All right, in them camps. All right, put a little pressure on them. Let them, we can change that one maybe or not. Put them to death. And the red is straight up. They gotta go. They are totally against this. They not with it. So when we come across those that are labeled on red, which the prophets, all right, the prophets of Yahweh by Shem Shai off top, the Israelites, gotta go. The ones that's teaching the right doctrine, because we're ushering in or heralding in our King Yahweh Shai. All right, and when Yahweh Shai comes, this ain't gonna stand. It's goddamn World Economic Forum, man. There's the only re-education camp there's gonna be is when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth, and everybody's gonna be re-educated or put back in a proper goddamn place, man. These heathen got some nerves, but this is Psalms 83 right at it. All right, the tabernacles of Edom and Moab, man, confederate against the Israelites, because this whole thing is for to get rid of the Israelites, man. Let's watch a little bit of this.
What's happening inside the so-called re-education camps in Xinjiang? Was that a campaign of religious repression or an unprecedented effort of de-radicalization?
Listen to that. Listen to what he just said. And what they consider anybody that's speaking truth as a radical. All right? So they're going to use these China style re-education centers as a de-radicalizer. Listen to what he just said, man.
Of de-radicalization. I don't have all the...
Shalaki, I didn't back it up far enough.
What's happening inside the so-called re-education camps in Xinjiang? Was that a campaign of religious repression or an unprecedented effort of de-radicalization?
An unprecedented effort of de-radicalization. And this shows you that all of them are tied in. Bill Gates with his VMAT2 gene, how to cut off your God gene to where it'll de-radicalize you. Now they look, we're gonna put you in these re-education centers to try to de-radicalize you. Because if you're coming against what we got going on, you're too radical. If you don't want to put a charagma up under your skin, you're too radical. So we're gonna have to get rid of you. This is the time that we living in. This is where we at, man. All right. I remember Apostle Tahar said years ago, when this thing is fully implemented, talking about the charagma, all right, that's gonna be the point where everybody, every soul on the planet Earth is going to be faced with that conscious decision. All right? A conscious decision whether you're going to bow out to Satan or keep, I'm talking about the Israelites, or keep your faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? It don't matter what you other nations do. All right? If you in America and you another nation and you don't take the charagma, you still going to be destroyed here in the missiles. Okay? So I'm going to play some more.
I don't have all the answers, but I want to find out. And we traveled across Xinjiang to track down some of the attendees in the program. We met 33-year-old artist Abdul Zikari Albuli, who perfected his painting skills in the re-education center and now works in the gallery.
He perfected his painting skills and now works in the gallery. He was a radical. He was against the bullshit, but now he just perfected. He worked on his painting. Now he work at a gallery. These people are out of their goddamn mind, man. All right? That's why the rebellion is going to be heavy here in the States. Matter of fact, man, let's get that. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, man. People gonna lose it out here, man. All right, people are literally going to lose it out here. Okay, when they can't do what they thought they was able, when they realize their freedom has been taken, that's when people are gonna rebel against this system. All right. Did I go? No, I'm in the first chapter. Let's go. Second Ezra 15. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." There's going to be a lot of shootouts because of this. All right? Because Esau, damn, these regular Edomites in America, they ain't going to no goddamn re-education camp. Esau will shoot it out with your ass until his fingers are numb. All right? It says, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men." All right? And that's what's coming. And it's already low-key happening. Sedition. All right? It says, "And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings," your modern-day kings, or your presidents, the people that's in the cities, your city governors, your mayors. All right, those are the people or the kings and princes of your province, whether your province is California, you got a province, uh, New York, Illinois, Texas. These are different provinces, but inside these provinces, all right, are cities. Okay, different cities. So you're gonna have sedition among all these cities, all right, from the people. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And I believe this juice is gonna be a major reason why people start to rebel, because they getting ready to push it again. They getting ready to set it up for another lockdown. All right, and the thing is that they want the people in the uproar and in a state of chaos. All right, that's what they want. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much read what I wanted. This word sedition, man. This is getting ready to break out. Okay. I think there was another scripture. I think it's the 16th chapter. Let me type it in though. Yeah, I was right. All right. Second Ezra 16. I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom, towards the end of the chapter, because that's what this shielding approach is talking about. These what they call the re-educational China re-education style uh, camps, re-educational camps. This is Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. All right. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." All right, and that's going to be the enforcements that's grabbing you up and taking you to these re-educational camps. It says, "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Because when you get up in there, you ain't gonna get no steak dinner. All right, you gonna get whatever they give you, man. Verse 69, "And they that consent unto them," those that's with this thing, that's gonna go down with it. You with the World Economic Forum, all right. You with the Great Reset. You with owning nothing and being happy, okay. "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." All right. "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." All right. That's the Israelites, because that's what this is all about. It's about you, Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. This whole thing is about you. But majority you gonna die because you just sleep. But the beautiful part of that, the Heavenly Father's mercy, you will be reborn again in the kingdom of heaven. All right, but as a newborn baby. Okay, it says, "For they shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." All right. "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." And that's when the Lord is going to step in and intervene when these demons try to do something to his elect. All right. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share this information. Let's see if we play a little bit more of this. It is clown.
Caught up with 30-year-old Yurugu Yusan, who works in hospitality. We found 26-year-old Rukia Yakub, who improved her Mandarin and now works.
And that's why the Lord called Moab his washpot, man. They ready for slavery, you know.
As a real estate agent. And we met 23-year-old Halanur, who became a cashier at a restaurant. A top Xinjiang official told us that by now all people have left the education facility.
I mean, as you can see, they pouring syrup on shit again, calling it pancakes. That's not how it's gonna be in America, all right? They're gonna lock your ass down behind barbed wire fences and have their way with you. See if they can crack you to get down with their new way of life, which is a technocracy, a digital world that they are in full control, and you giving your allegiance by accepting his charagma. That's what's happening on the planet Earth right now, and it's gonna usher in our Savior Yahweh Shai, man. So these things are coming, okay? But we know what the scriptures say about us. Be ye faithful unto death, and we shall receive the crown of life. All right? So with that, call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Lord will, this was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. And it's on to the next video. Shalom.